Okay, so today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a rant because, right, okay, Minecraft 1.8 absolutely hates my mouse. So I've got the keystrokes mod set up on the top left there. So you can see I've got my WASD, my regular mouse 1 and mouse 2 buttons. I've got a sneak, got jump, and then I have 2 extra buttons on my mouse. So when it says mouse 3, that isn't like scroll wheel, it just registers as mouse 3, but this button is mouse 3. I currently have it set to zoom. This is mouse 4, which is what I normally have set to zoom. In controls, they're different. I don't know why. So I'm going to set this to zoom. And then ordinarily, I'd have toggles perspective set to button 4, which is this one, which says button 3 there. Don't know why, just deal with it. So that means that ordinarily my zoom is set to this button, button 4, which you can see on the left there. So when I first yeah, we'll get into that in a second. So when I first got this mouse and started playing Minecraft 1.15, which I'll show in just a second, I bound this key to my Optifine zoom, button 4 as it says there, it's supposed to be button 5, and then what it says is button 3 I would bound to toggle perspective. And as you can see in here, where it says button 4, don't understand why I have it set to toggle perspective. So let's just look at button 3, not 4. God, why is it so bad? Okay, I'm going to press this. I'm going to press button 4, and you'll see it on the left as button 3. That's my toggle perspective button. I'm pressing it, you can see it's being pressed. You can probably hear that it's being pressed, but nothing happens. So here's the craziest part. I'm going to press shift. And again. Mouse buttons, they do nothing. Let's try shift again. Toggles perspective. W, A, S, D. So I can just keep pressing shift and it'll keep toggling my perspective until it stops. So if I press the toggle perspective button twice and then press shift twice, it'll toggle my perspective twice, but it won't for a third time. What? What is that? Huh? Why? Why? What? I don't understand. I don't understand. It works fine on 1.16. I'll show you that now, I suppose. Okay, so I'm in a 1.16.5 backup of, wait, actually I think it's 1.16.4, but it's a backup of the Divergency world. This is where I do all my testing, blah 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 blah, don't matter. So basically, I've got this key set up the same way. I don't have keystrokes on here, can't be bothered to go get it, but it's gonna have a simple word for it. So if I press mouse 5, which says mouse 4 for whatever reason, it zooms, blah 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 blah, and then if I press mouse 4, which says mouse 3, it toggles perspective. Don't have to press shift or whatever, I just toggle perspective, all fine and dandy. If I press shift or control or whatever and press this button, it just toggles perspective, doesn't like lock in on the zoom. If I reset my toggle perspective and do the same thing, doesn't lock on the zoom. It is 1.8 just hates my mouse for some reason, and I really can't tell why. It's just it's really annoying. But for whatever reason, it absolutely hates. It just doesn't work in 1.8. And this isn't just on Hypixel, so I'm going to disconnect and I'll go into a single player world. Okay, so here I'm in a 1.8 world, just a single player, press tab and don't open. And same thing still applies, so I can zoom, but yeah, toggle perspective doesn't work. It's just the strangest thing ever. Okay, so I'm going to stay in here for now, because, you know. So, I thought, hey, okay, maybe it's because that's how my mouse buttons are set up, you know, it's like a $5 off eBay or something. It's terrible. So I decided to switch the buttons around, so I have this one for toggle perspective, and this one for zoom. So now I zoom with this one, And I toggle perspective with this one. With the... Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Oh. Yep, it does the exact same thing. Still unsure why. And the most infuriating thing about all of this is if I don't have toggle perspective bound, this button does nothing. Yeah, don't matter if I crouch shift, whatever. This is unbound. This is toggle perspective. F5. This still zooms, but if I press, for instance, shift and press this unbound button, it toggles on my Optifine. Like, I'm not holding down the button right now. I can promise you that, but it's just toggled on, and then it's done. Okay, so the other day I thought, hey, I'm gonna have a use for this. You know, I've been playing a lot of PvP, and I've been trying to switch to my sword, and I've just been failing because I use scroll wheel to move slots. I know. So I decided to set up this button as hotbar slot 1 hotkey. So let's just get a diamond sword for reference. So, for instance, say I'm in a PvP situation. So I've got my golden apple in this slot, and I might have some blocks here or whatever. So in my PvP situation, I'm kind of low. So I've gone up, and I eat my gap. Oh yeah. Okay, so I eat my golden apple, and I go to switch to my diamond sword, but I over switch, and now I'm trying to punch the guy with my fist. But I realise this mistake, and I remember I've got this button set up. So I sneak, I switch to the button. Oh wait, no. Back on toggle Optifine zoom. You know what? It doesn't even switch to the weapon. I can't press 1 to switch to the weapon. I have to scroll back again. But I'm now stuck like this on this really weird slow thing, because, you know, cinematic mode and whatever. So I'm trying to PvP like this, and it doesn't work. So I have to toggle my Optifine zoom, and I'm dead. Oh, and one more thing. Let's give his chest. Ah, yeah. So I've just landed on my Skywars Island, blah blah blah. Open the thing, there's sort of keystrokes goes off. But I press my mouse 4 button, you know, which I've just set up to switch to slot 1 to hotkey it. It doesn't hotkey! 1 doesn't hotkey. It can hotkey to 2, but I don't understand. It doesn't hotkey. And then when I do this and shift, this mouse is cursed. This mouse is cursed. Oh yeah, and I can't zoom in while holding down both mouse 1 and mouse 2. It just... So yeah, I don't know why Minecraft 1.8 hates this mouse. You know, I have, you know, all my hotkeys reset. I still have this on zoom because I'm just so used to using it as zoom now. And yeah, why does Hypixel hate my... Not Hypixel, why does Minecraft 1.8 hate my mouse so much? It's so sad. Anyway, subscribe!